Seward is a beautiful 3.5-hour drive from Anchorage, but I'm sure you'll find that driving limits your chance to take in the panoramas. If you want to stay on the ground, but still let someone else do the driving, there's another option.
We're here at mile zero. Seward is mile zero for the Alaska Railroad. Fairbanks is 466. And really, Seward is the beginning of the Alaska Railroad and has been. Began in the early 1900s, started out as the Alaska Rail Line, went bankrupt, and then in 1914 Congress decided to build the Alaska Railroad. They funded the money for it. From 1914 to 1923 they constructed the Alaska Railroad, started in 1923. And really the history of the Alaska Railroad begins with steamships come up from the lower 48, come into Seward. We'd load our passengers here, just kind of like we're doing today, then take them all the way up to Mount McKinley, up to Denali Park, and on into Fairbanks. We have 3 different routes that we offer. The one that we're going to be on today is the one that runs between Seward and Anchorage, and that's the Coastal Classic. We also run the Denali Star, which runs between Anchorage and Fairbanks, and the Glacier Discovery, which runs between Anchorage, Whittier, and up into Spencer, Glacier, and Grandview. Some of the areas that we're going to see. But this run really is a magnificent run. We're going to be able to see glaciers, wildlife, big mountains, waterfalls, really the quintessential Alaska that you really think about.
The 114 miles to Anchorage takes 4.5 hours as it winds its way around and through the mountains. The views are totally different from what you see from the road.
Hi. Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Good, thank you.
And you don't even have to stop for lunch. The dining car kitchen serves throughout the trip, so there's no excuse to go hungry.
Oh man, look at that.
An engineer special. Cute. Is there anything else I can get you guys right now?
Another fork.
Another fork?
No.
The Alaska Railroad is the last full-service train actually in North America, which basically means that we run both freight and passenger. But one of the things that we still do, and we're the last railroad in the United States to do it, is a flag stop service. And basically what that means is you can actually flag the train down at any given section. And during the summer, we run it between Talkeetna and Hurricane, but in the wintertime, our train is actually a full flag stop between Anchorage and Fairbanks. You can stop the train anywhere, and really is that life support for a lot of people that are out in the middle of nowhere. And that's one of the things that the Alaska Railroad's been doing for nearly 100 years.